G'day, ZiggyD here, and today I want to talk about a game that's very soon going into its playable alpha, Grim Dawn. Now, Grim Dawn is being developed by some of the original developers of Titan Quest from Iron Law Studios, and not only that, it's also been created with a heavily modified version of the same engine that Titan Quest was created on. So if I click over here, you can sort of instantly see that there's a lot of there might be a lot of familiarity there, although it's been a long time since Titan Quest. There's a lot of similarities between the two games. Now, just I have to mention first before I go any further into this, is that all of these screenshots I'm going to be showing you guys in this particular video are pre-alpha. So, when someone says, oh, the game's in beta, you have to, know that something's going to be improved in time. This is pre-alpha, so 2 steps back from that. So very, very different to what the final product will look like. And a lot of elements like UI elements and just even models in-game can change a lot. So I just wanted to make sure that that was fully clear. So as it's pretty clear, Grim Dawn is still very early in its development. However, there's rumors that the playable alpha are coming very soon, hopefully sometime in early May. About almost 2 weeks ago now, a developer said that a playable alpha will be out further than 1 week from now, but within 3 weeks. So maybe sometime this week we'll be seeing some sort of Grim Dawn action for people that are able to get into the alpha. Now, Grim Dawn is set in this sort of war-torn world called Cairn, which I'll go over to one of these screenshots so you guys can get sort of a bit of an idea of what this place looks like. So, very appropriate to the name, it's sort of a grim and gritty setting, and I love it. I think it looks awesome. Even if we go and look at the UI here, there's even some sort of steampunk stylings going on here. There's a nice mixture of, like Iron Age weaponry and stuff like that, but you've also got like some basic, guns and things like that, explosives and stuff. So kind of this cool little mixture of stuff like that there. Basically, there's these 2 otherworldly powers. One's hell-bent on taking over humans and using them as a resource, and the other one's hell-bent on preventing the other one from doing that by completely destroying humans. So humans are kind of squashed in the middle here, and I guess you take up the role of a hero trying to fight off both of these, I guess, or trying to make something out of that. I don't know too much about the story yet. To sort of extend that theme a little bit further, the world's a pretty dark place, and it's a pretty bad time for humanity. So currency is actually salt and iron, apparently. So I haven't seen too much about this in terms of actual screenshots, but basically salt is obviously used to fight some sort of evil creatures or something like that, and or maybe it's used for magical purposes or something like that, and iron's obviously used for making weapons and things like that. And so they're the 2 types of currency, and that's just a cool sort of like thematic thing like that. So now let's go to a screenshot that I probably find the most exciting, and it's this one here. Now I always get really excited when I'm looking for a content for a new game, on seeing actual like character pages and inventory screens and stuff like that. That might seem like the least exciting thing you could see. You'd prefer to see explosions and spells going off and stuff like that. But I really love to see get some insight into the mechanics of the game here. So we can take a few things from this. We've got, it looks like your sort of currency things down here, but it doesn't really say what it is. So again, I don't know too much about this whole salt and iron thing here. But we've got our HP and energy bar up the top here, a little character portrait. We've got our skill bar down the bottom here, which looks like it can be freely bound to potions and all your skills. So very Torchlight like, and this game is actually a standalone game like Torchlight as well. So just to make that clear, it's not going to be like an always-on MMO style one like Path of Exile, or like an always online ARPG style like Diablo 3. So it is very much a standalone game like Torchlight, and it will have a purchase price to go with that. So we can see some cool, very early alpha, inventory bits and items and stuff like that. And here's something that I get really excited about, and I don't know why, but I always love the idea of guns with shields. They're like 2 completely separate time periods. But, I just love the idea of someone using like a pistol or a rifle plus a shield. I think that's pretty rad. So I'm very happy to know that's in the game. Kind of mixing this, these guns and this Iron Age sort of stuff, rudimentary mixtures of iron armor and, pistols and things like that. Pretty cool stuff. Now we can see here that there's the classes listed as Commando. I'm guessing that's actually a base class. If we go back to these screenshots here, we've also got an Occultist, and a soldier. So I don't know, maybe a commando is an upgrade of a soldier or something like that. Maybe there's some sort of shifting class system, but nothing too much I've seen about that yet. But if we zoom in a little bit here, I can't zoom in too much, we can also see some of the base attribute points are very simplified compared to, other games where there's, usually somewhere around the 5 or 6 attribute points. Instead, we've just got cunning, which is for your fast-talking roguelike characters, physique, which is for your brawlers and your fighters and things like that, and spirit for your casters. So divided those things, like combine, whatever dexterity and charisma into cunning, and physique and constitution, strength and constitution into physique, and then like intelligence and wisdom and stuff like that into spirit. So sort of simplified there, and it looks like you upgrade that. Now, I haven't seen any skill tree screenshots or anything like that, so we can only really extrapolate from what we see down the bottom, but it looks like there's a fair few skills in the game, but I don't really have any idea of what type of system the skill tree will use. I imagine it'll be some sort of blend of Titan Quest and maybe some similar stuff to Torchlight or Diablo 2 sort of going on. That's what I imagine anyway. Other than that, we've got some secondary stats and some different types of resistances, your standard elemental ones, poison, and it looks also like a physical damage resistance there. So pretty cool stuff. We've got our standard stuff, plus pants. Some of you guys who are disappointed with lack of pants in Path of Exile might like that you can now get into the pants fashion. So, as I said, no firm words on alpha yet, other than they said here, but more than a week, but less than 3 weeks, and that was a little while ago now, so maybe very soon. But they kind of have been predicting the alpha for a long time now, so it's been a long development. I've been keeping an eye on Grim Dawn for quite a while now, but hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys some content on it soon. If you're looking to get into the alpha, they have these like pre-order packs here. The standard one just pre-orders you the game. The Pioneer pack lets you get into the beta, so not the alpha that's coming up. But this $50 one here is what gives you access to the the alpha as soon as it comes out, as well as the Loyalist pack, which also gets you any future expansion packs and things like that. So if you take a look at the game and you're really interested in it, and you're a really big fan of Titan Quest and the developers who made Titan Quest, then you might want to pre-order these guys and help them out. They did a Kickstarter a while back. I understand they've had some difficulties in actually getting the studio together and making the game, and getting the finances together to make the game. But when I think they shot for something like $250,000 to help them make the game, and they got pledged somewhere around $500,000. So it was fairly successful. But I'm sure any pre-orders will also help out with development quite a lot as well. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.